What is patience? Is patience important? Why does it get such a bad rap? Why does it sound like such a good thing? Something so easy to do, yet in practice is very difficult, and we may want to roll our eyes when we think about the word patience. Patience is when we are able to accept delays based on whatever timeline we've created for something to happen, when we're able to tolerate things not going at the pace that we want them to go, when we feel like the timing is off and we're able to just accept it and go with the flow, know that it's going to happen, when we're able to trust and know that we really don't have a whole lot to worry about with it. Many people say that patience is a virtue. It's a very common saying in a lot of cultures. Yet patience can really stir up a lot. It can make us feel, when things are not going the way we want them to, it can make us feel like things are not happening, that bad things are going to happen. We may feel annoyed. We may feel like we have bad luck. We may feel like things are just not going to happen, so why bother? We may start to throw a temper tantrum. We might start to get angry. We may start to get irritable, or anything along the lines. We may start to complain a lot. We may start to always like talking and talking and talking and talking about it till the people around us are just like, oh my God, like stop, you know? I think to an extent, a lot of us, maybe all of us, have experienced this in some degree at some point in their life. Because patience requires a lot of trust. Patience can require a lot of trust that we are okay, that things are right on time, that things are going to happen in some way, and if it's not going to happen the way I think it's supposed to happen, maybe it'll happen in a way that's better. Maybe it'll happen in a way that it's meant to happen. Maybe we'll start to be able to develop more insights into something. Maybe when things are not going exactly the way we want them to go, at the pace that we want them to, we might be able to take a step back and say, maybe this is not what the universe wants. Maybe this is not what God wants for me. Maybe this is not how this is supposed to happen. Can I take a step back and see if I'm trying to control the outcome too much? Can I take a step back and see, is my worrying actually serving me and helping this situation, or is it just making it worse for me? Is it just making it uncomfortable and unpleasant in the meantime? When we can really try to practice patience, we are really practicing faith. We are ultimately practicing faith in the divine, in God, in the universe, for delivering what it is that we want, for helping us to create what it is that we want, for helping us to have what is meant for us. It's important that we stay open. The more open-minded we are, the more trusting we are of the divine, the more we are easily able to be patient. It's okay if we fall short sometimes. It's okay if we feel irritable every now and then. It's okay for us to be like, man, I wish this was happening right now. It's okay to want something. But we have to ask ourselves, where are we really at right now with this? Is there any perspective I can take? Is there anything I can do differently? Is there a way I need to look at this differently? Can I lean into my support system for this? Do I know anybody who has patience, who's cultivated that, who has a way of grace and flow about them, who knows that things are going to happen the way they are meant to happen? Do I have anybody I can look up to who embodies those types of qualities? And can I see what is it that they've done to do that, to become that kind of person? Were they naturally just created as a patient person, or was that something that they had to work towards? Everyone's different. Everybody has different temperaments. We all have a lot of commonalities among each other as being human beings. But at the end of the day, we are different. Some people have certain traits that we may not be strong in. We may have traits and qualities that other people are not very strong in. So sometimes we can look towards those people and see, what is it they do? Is there anything that they've done that has helped them to become that? And we can also see, what traits do we have that help us to cultivate certain belief systems, certain perspectives, certain ways of being, certain things to do. So when it comes to patience, where are you really at right now? What's going on in your life where you're feeling like you might be a little bit impatient? What are you having a hard time accepting and tolerating right now? Why is the timing so important? Why does it have to happen a certain way at a certain time? Is that based on what is right? What you truly think is right? Or is that based on some type of societal expectation or conditioning? Is that based on some kind of comparison? For example, if we know people who, let's say, they purchased a home. Let's say a few people in our support system, they've recently become home buyers, or they became engaged or married or just had a baby or graduated from university. Anything it could have been. Are we feeling behind? When we look at those people, do we feel like we are falling behind and falling short? And if so, is that actually valid or not? Are we comparing our life and our experience and where we're going and what we need to be doing to another person? Are we looking at them as good role models in a way? Like, okay, they're doing something really good for themselves. They're doing something that I want. They're doing something that feels aligned for me. Can I look at them to see what they did for that? Or am I just going to feel bad about myself? Patience ties into this because when we truly know that we can trust how things unfold for us, how things are delivered to us, how things are created for us, both with us putting the effort into it, the right amount of effort, and the divine doing its part too, when we're able to trust in the unfolding of that, we may be able to be more emotionally detached from the outcome and the timing. We may not feel as bad when we see other people around us who are achieving the things that we want, because we know that we have our own time for that. We may not feel as envious of those people. We may not feel as much as we may not feel like we're falling short as much. We may not feel like we're falling behind. So, what areas of your life do you feel a lot of emotional charge in? What areas of your life do you feel a lot of rushed energy? What areas of your life do you feel a lot of attachment to the outcome? What areas of your life feel need to go quicker, need to unfold quicker? What areas of your life do you think you need to be more accepting of and to take a step back? What areas of your life do you think you need to cultivate a little more patience on? What areas of your life do you need a little more support in? What areas of your life do you find yourself complaining a lot about or talking a lot about and ruminating? Are you complaining about it and ruminating, or are you genuinely leaning into your support system and trying to find solutions? Is there a difference? How can we tell the difference? Some would say that if we're talking about the same thing over and over and over again, just to talk about it, just because that's how our mind is going, that's what's on our mind, that's what we're obsessing about, that's what we have a lot of energy and our attention on, then if we're just talking about it and talking about it, we're reinforcing those neural pathways. And if we're not coming up with some solutions to that, ways to break those neural pathways, how far are we getting really with that? Can we talk about those things and be like, hey, this is how I'm feeling, this is what's going on, this is my thoughts about it, these are my beliefs about it, this is how I'm seeing it, and can we see, okay, how valid is this, or how right is this? How helpful is this? Can I honor how I'm feeling? Can I accept and honor where I'm at and what's coming up for me, but also make space for a different way of looking at it? Can I make space for someone in my support system to provide feedback and a different perspective? And can I try to really cultivate that? Can I let that simmer and sit with me for a little bit? Can I really embrace that? Can I start to find myself incorporating those different lessons, those different beliefs, anytime I find myself thinking about how things are not going right, how things are not happening the way I think they should be happening? Really think about this, really sit with this. You might even want to consider asking somebody you trust, asking somebody in your support system what their perspective on this is. Am I a patient person? Where in my life are you seeing that I might need to practice more patience? Where do you think I might have a short temper in? When I talk about a certain area of my life, what do you see? What comes up? What do you feel whenever I talk about this? Where have you seen me irritated? What blind spots do you think I might have? What do you think I need to change? Do I have any character flaws, so to say, or shortcomings that need to change? It might be worth taking the risk. It might be worth taking the leap of faith and turning to trusted, appropriate people for that. People who you know will give you the feedback that you need to hear, and do so in a way that you're receptive to. Do so in a way that feels loving and helpful. Do so in a way that you'll actually listen to and implement it. Do so in a way that even if your defenses go up, you will be able to see, like, okay, this is just my defenses. They're not actually trying to hurt me in any way. Can I put those walls down a little bit and actually listen? Really listen. And then start to implement, start to do things differently, start to think differently. And where can we ask the divine for help? God, I'm feeling impatient right now. I'm feeling angry when I think about how this is not going the way I want them to. I feel frustrated because I feel like I'm falling behind. I'm seeing everybody around me is reaching this goal and is having this and that, and I feel like I'm not doing any of that. I feel like I'm falling behind. Is this actually real? How can I see this? How do you see me? How do you want me to see myself? I know that I am a divine creation. I know that I am made in your image. I know that I am a beautiful person. Can you help me to see that right now, because I need some help? Show me what to believe. Show me what to think. Help me to see this through a better lens. Help me to see this through your eyes. Help me to see whatever it is that I'm meant to see in this moment about this situation, and give me the strength and give me all the resources and all the power and every single thing that I need to do to be able to do things differently, to be able to see this differently, to think different, to have a different perspective, to have a different way of existing and showing up. Help me to be the person that I was created to be. What am I meant to do? What am I meant to be? How am I meant to be in this moment? Is there anything that I need to do differently, or do I need to take a step back? Give me the clarity, give me the vision, give me the insight. However you want to pray, pray. However you want to ask for advice, ask for guidance, ask for anything, do it in a way that feels right for you. Doesn't matter how I or anyone else does it, as long as it feels right to you. Really trust that you're right on time, that you're right where you're supposed to be. And really trust that when you start asking these questions, when you start digging, you will find answers. Sit with yourself and ask the hard questions. Sit with yourself and honestly look at yourself. See where you're really at and why. See where can you do things differently? Where can you change? Where can you grow? Where can you improve a certain quality of yourself? What traits do you need to try to improve on, to discard? And what traits do you need to cultivate more? Are there any? What do you think? What feels right when you are honest with yourself? If you found this video helpful, like, share, and subscribe. Share with anybody who you think this would be helpful towards.